Hi, thanks for stopping by our booth. I want to introduce myself. I am Tracy Odette. I am the solutions consultant for Prevent Zone by AliveTech.
Hi, everyone. My name's Carrie Murphy. I serve as the Director of Prevention Programming for Prevent.Zone by LiveTech. Tracy, why don't you share a little bit about our company?
So, AliveTech has been around for about 20 years doing custom content development for businesses. And the Prevent Zone side of AliveTech has been around between about 5 or 6 years. We partnered with hazingprevention.org to create an online e-learning course for colleges and universities and fraternities and sororities about 5 or 6 years ago. And in that time, you can see, I'm proud to announce, we are almost at 318,000 students who have enrolled in our hazing prevention courses. And since then, we have developed partnerships and additional awareness and prevention training courses. And we'll get into that and share that with you as we move on a little bit.
Cool. Yeah, Tracy, why don't you talk about the topics that we cover currently?
So the courses that we have developed since Prevent Zone has come about, as I mentioned, are hazing prevention courses, which kind of, again, have been around for about 5 years. We also have one of our newest partnerships with the Harbor Institute for our diversity, equity, and inclusion course, our Brave and Bold Dialogues course, which we have launched in the fall of last year of 2020. Our hazing prevention courses consist of a 101 course written for everyone, populations, all populations and groups, bystanders. So this would be a campus-wide solution, as well as our deeper dive into fraternity and sorority life, the college athlete, and also into deeper dive into creative and performing arts. We also have hazing prevention for high schools. We have our Stay Safe, Stop the Spread course. Along with what's going on in our world, we're speaking to infectious disease, how to stay safe and stop the spread. HPO on Demand, which is also a part of our hazing prevention courses, is an online subscription that you would have a year-long subscription to for a webinar series. Our other partnership with Campus Fire Safe, the Center for Campus Fire Safety, for our Be Fire Smart course for fire safety. Josie Alquest is our partner for our digital wellness course on really just protecting your digital identity. And then we also have for communities an online human trafficking course. So talk, Carrie, about what's up and coming. What have we got on tap for 2021?
Yeah, we're very excited to be launching for the fall of 2021 an alcohol awareness course as well as a sexual assault prevention course. So, like many of our courses, both courses will be customizable to specific campuses or specific clients with their policies, procedures, reporting mechanisms, as well as resources to provide help. So, we're really excited to launch those two courses and to have the partners that we have in developing those and to really make a difference, continue to make a difference on college campuses and within the fraternity and sorority community.
So, along with our courses, can you elaborate on any additional education beyond just the online course, Carrie?
Sure. So most of our courses also come with a facilitator's guide, and the facilitator's guide is written for anyone who has taken that specific course to facilitate. So you could be an RA, maybe a fraternity and sorority chapter leader, or you could be a staff member and facilitate the conversation to get deeper knowledge and have a deeper conversation about the course that you just participated in. So whether you're a chapter advisor or you just want to have some Zoom calls and look a little deeper and critically think about the content that you just participated in, that allows you to have an additional resource beyond just the course itself. As Tracy mentioned, we also have HPO on Demand for Professionals, which is a webinar series that you can do at your leisure. And then we're excited to announce that this spring, we're also launching a hazing prevention advocate certification. So this is a 6-week course for professionals as well to learn more about hazing prevention, how to be an advocate to ensure that your campus is the safest place it can be. Tracy,
So you go
why
ahead.
don't you talk about the other schools that we're working with or who our clients are?
Perfect. So on our prevent.zone website, which is what we're looking at right now, it's prevent.zone, prevent period zone. You can come to our website to look at our client list, which I'm going to share really briefly here with you. Florida is Florida. It's a statewide initiative program where all our 12 public universities are using the online hazing prevention course. And then our other colleges and universities and other organizations, which, it could be hazing, it could be fire safety, it could be diversity, equity, inclusion. So, again, we have a really great course catalog and we're growing this year. So keep that in mind. So those are all here on our website, as well as some additional resources that we have. So when you're looking to look for funding or spending money on things, you want to know it's working. So if you come to our hazing prevention, again, it's been around for 5 years. We've done some great, we've collected some great data. You can click here and come to our infographic, just talking about how it's working, how people's opinions and knowledge of hazing have changed after taking the course, how people are more willing to report or be a part of the solution. So again, if you're spending money on something, you want to know it's working. But not only do we have resources for the hazing, we have resources for all of our courses. So please be sure to check out prevent.zone and see what resources we have that you could use here at your fingertips.
Yeah, I think one of the great things about all of our courses and our resources is that large public institutions like your alma mater and Tracy can utilize them, as well as small private institutions like mine. So really meets the needs of all of our clients. Do you want to talk about, if someone is interested in learning more, who they should contact and how they can get in touch with us?
Sure. So if you're interested in finding out more about any of our courses, you can always pop on prevent.zone. And when you scroll to the bottom of the page, there I am, you'll be able to fill out this contact information. It's a web interest form that I will receive and be able to reach out to you. And then Carrie, do you want to talk a little bit about the AFLV platform where they can reach out as well?
Sure. So if you go to aflvvirtual.org, probably where you're seeing your schedule of programs that you're going to attend, different events, under organization or org partners, you'll see exhibitors. If you just click on that, you'll find a live tech right at the top of the page, since we start with an A, and you can message us through that platform as well.
All right. Anything else, Carrie, you want to wrap up the information with?
Yeah, sure. So we certainly thank everyone for stopping by our booth and learning a little bit more about AliveTech and Prevent.zone. If you have made it this far, please message us on the AFLV virtual platform, and we will provide you a discount code so you can try out one of our courses and see if it might be something that works for your campus or your organization. We also encourage you to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search for Prevent.zone and you can find us. Throughout February, we'll be sharing a lot of our resources, that's a great way to engage with us throughout the AFLV virtual conference as well. So thanks for coming by, everyone. We look forward to connecting with you soon.
Thanks so much for your time. Bye-bye.